Hello everyone, my name is Brian Tam, and welcome to my UDL Lesson Plan presentation. The Common Core lesson I'll be talking about is for Grade 2 with the objective Connect measurement with physical units by using multiple copies of the same physical unit to measure. This lesson has several of the UDL guidelines in representation, action/expression, and engagement. Happy counting is a simple counting partner exercise using hands to prepare students for counting centimeters. Students are given the option to physically use their hands to count, which is consistent with UDL guideline 2.4. Provide options for physical action. This is also consistent with UDL guideline 3.8. Provide options for sustaining effort and persistence, as partner exercises are great in motivating students to succeed. Next is the concept development activity of the teacher demonstrating how to measure a pencil box with cubes. This is consistent with UDL guideline 3.7. Provide options for recruiting interest, as the teacher shows an alternative way of comprehension by interactively demonstrating the measurement of a pencil case with centimeter cubes. Next, for the problem sets. There are options given to modify the assignment based on the student's needs, which is consistent with UDL guidelines 2.5. Provide options for expressive skills and fluency. Next, for the student debrief, students are invited to go over their own worksheets. Then they compare answers with classmates, which gives additional insight, which is consistent with UDL guideline 3.9. Provide options for self-regulation. The next part of my Weebly are my representation UDL options. The history of the foot measurement gives a great introduction to this lesson, captivating students' interest from the start. There are many different and creative ways to teach measurements with physical units. In particular, this image shows how the measurement of a foot came about, literally, from an actual foot. The corresponding link gives a brief history of length measurement, which gives the student a fun background on the lesson. The YouTube video length using informal units is a great transition from the previous activity. Students get to see other objects besides the foot being used to measure length, such as matches and cars. Virtually anything can be used to measure length. YouTube videos are great in that they are easily accessible anywhere with internet connectivity, can be replayed, and have rewind, pause, fast forward capability. Next are my action/expression UDL options. Comparing jungle animals is a very engaging activity where students guess the amount of one type of animal is equivalent to another type of animal, and then test out their estimate by lining up the animals. A report is then generated, which shows how the student did. This is a fun option where students can learn on their own and receive instant feedback. Another great option is the smart board activity. This is very similar to the previous activity, but is more catered toward the whole class as opposed to the individual. Teachers and students can interact with the smartboard and arrange the objects into size order. This is an excellent alternative to physically comparing objects. Students learn best through play, and smartboard activities are phenomenal in inducing play. And finally, my engagement UDL options. Building off the history of foot measurement, a great class activity is taking a field trip outside and measuring how far things are using students' feet. This is a highly engaging exercise where students use teamwork to find measurements. It certainly makes learning fun as it provides a good opportunity for the students to get out of the classroom. Songs are also great for engaging students. The polar bear length song shows how the length of a polar bear compares to other objects, such as a kangaroo and a monkey. Lyrics are displayed in this catchy video, which makes it sing-along inevitable. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you all for listening.